Hi Julien, thank you for joining us finally. He couldn't make it to the SoMeBiz MX, but now we're here with him. It's for real.
I'm really here. It's true.
We didn't fake it. It was a real invitation, okay?
Yeah.
So some of the things I remember from some of the speakers is that social media is not for everybody. You have to really, first of all, ask yourself, what do you want it for? And then decide which conversations you want to engage in and in what network, in what social network.
Right, and which groups. And,
Do you agree with that?
I do. I do think that a lot of people get into it because they think they have to be there, and to a certain degree that's true. But if they are just out there and they have no strategy and no method, and they're not looking at how they can, let's say, like grow their tribe, grow their people, the people that care about the same things they do, the people that care about the products that they have, then they're missing out on a lot of it. They have to think about, how are we going to connect with these people? What do they care about, and how can we get them to kind of be interested in what we work on? You can't trick people anymore. That's the big difference, is you can't trick them into caring about something with commercials. You have to use social media the same way that humans behave. That's how you have to behave. You have to behave like a person. You have to be a good community member. So they talk about two different forms of market that you can be in. You can be in the social norms market, which is where everybody is friends and they do things for each other. Or you can be in the market norms, where people pay for goods and services. So I would not go over to your house and say, thank you for supper, here's $100, because that would be rude and impolite and stupid. But the reason that I can't do that is because I'm in the social space. Companies who want to be in the social space have to act like friends and community members, not like companies, and that's the reason that they can't. That's the reason that they have to kind of like be transparent and be authentic, is because they know if one person says one thing and another person says another, then eventually someone will put it together and the truth will actually come out. So why not put out the truth yourself? There's opportunity in the social space that there isn't in email. So in email, what the important part is, people have to raise their hand and they say, I want to be a part of this conversation. So they have to subscribe to a mailing list or something so that people can speak to each other. But in a social space, people are having conversations like you and I are having, except we're having them online. And so if we decide we want to talk about cameras or something like that, and Canon or some other, or Sony or whoever wants to get in on that conversation, they can. They can say, aha, these people are talking about cameras. Or they can say, these people are talking about cameras, but they don't want to buy. But these guys over here are talking about cameras, and they do want to buy. So we can answer their questions. We can address their concerns. If they have questions about Sony or about Canon or whoever, we can talk to them. And that is new. If I'm walking around Mexico City, okay, and I have $100 in my pocket, and I don't know what to do for 2 hours, some company should be able to see that on Foursquare, see where I am, say, this guy is on Foursquare, he said he doesn't have anything to do for the next 2 hours, let's say on Twitter or something like that, and we can go out and reach him. If companies are not doing that, and I'm giving them the information, then they're missing out on an opportunity. That's a different thing. It's in the social space, and it's saying, contact me, and if you do it in the right way, then you have a sale. You need to become that person that tries new things even though they may not know why, because they could find opportunity there.
Okay. Have Twitter brought you money so far?
Yeah. When you meet enough people on Twitter, these conversations start as very shallow conversations, right? They start as, oh yeah, the weather.
Drinking a coffee.
Exactly, nothing, right? But eventually you develop you can develop real relationships with people. And it's because of that I get invited out to different places, or it's because of that I can, get people to come to my blog and subscribe to my blog or whatever. It's a way to get people to come in and see, oh, this person is about that, or this person, is in this business or whatever. Anyone can do this. So to me, it is an opportunity, and you can make money off of it if you know how.
Okay, since we're gonna have the webcast soon with you, could you do like a little teaser So people engage in this new conversation we're going to have with you.
Well, I mean, so the talk that I normally do, that I would have done here, is about social capital in New Tribe, and it's the importance of taking control of channels. Like it could be a Twitter channel, it could be something on Facebook or your own blog, but importance of having control of something and having people gather around it. The ability, like, to build something which I like to call it church, because everyone knows when to go to church, and everyone knows when they're supposed to stand up and sit down, and when they sing, and when they're supposed to shut up, right? Mm-hmm. So if you can build a ritual around what you have, if you can find out what people already care about, if you can see why what you do is important to some people, then you can take the people that do care about it and you can get them to become kind of evangelists for you. So it starts with having your own channel, having something that you control, and then having people gather around it because you know what it is that you're really providing for people. And then taking that, bringing it into the social space and saying, okay, well, and now facilitating it, letting people have their own conversations about it. And a lot of this stuff comes back to experimentation, willing to try new things. And if you see an opportunity, you take it right there. Because not like, oh, I don't know, who knows, it might be nothing. Everything that the people who are successful on Twitter now, or successful using whatever, blogs or whatever, at some point it was nothing. And they had 0 people that paid attention to them. And now they have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. They didn't know it would be a big deal, but they tried and it worked. So every business needs to have that sense of trying and experimenting and seeing what will happen, or they will never find the next new opportunity.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Very much. Oh, yes. A lot.
That making it? No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Quédense en línea porque Julien nos va a regalar 5 libros de Trust Agents y que vamos a estar dando durante el webinar que ya vendrá a próximas fechas, les avisaremos. Y pues, stay tuned, netmedia.info. Thank you, Julien.
Thank you.